Hey everybody, Merry Christmas Eve. It is Chase with AV Pop Culture, and today, since it's Christmas Eve, I thought I would share with you some of my favorite Christmas 4Ks in my collection. So pop that tape in, I got you, let's go do this. All right, so Christmas 4Ks. Now, these are just the favorites that I have in my collection. I don't have all of them. So if you see some of your favorites, it might be that I have them and they just didn't get in here, but it also may be that I just don't have them yet because I have some personal favorites that I don't have in my collection yet. Scrooged with Bill Murray, one of my favorite Christmas movies. I don't have that 4K yet, so you won't find it on here. Now, there are some others that I do have that you won't find on here. White Christmas, I have it right back over there. It's just kind of a okay 4K, and it's not my favorite Christmas movie. All right, it just isn't. So you won't find it on this list. You will also find a few things that you might not consider traditional Christmas movies. So we're just going to get into it. I kind of have them ranked a little bit, but really it's just my top like 5 that I felt the strongest about over here. The rest could have gone any other way. Like as I'm looking at it right now, I'm like, should I switch that one? Should I switch that one? That one. But you know what? I'm just going to kind of leave them how they are, and we're going to start right now with Daddy's Home 2. I've talked about it. Me and my family really like this one since it came out. Love Mel Gibson in this movie as the like hard ass like boomer dad with the Gen X son. Can really relate to that. Versus even though he's a boomer, it's John Lithgow and Will Ferrell play very new agey, all in their feelings and all that kind of stuff. But this 4K looks really good. Christmas stuff lends itself to looking good in 4K, kind of the way football does, because you have so much like green and red, and you have so much light, lighting everywhere, vibrant colors and lights and nighttime and lights and snow. So it lends itself to a good 4K, and you find all of that in here, and a lot of fun and laughs. When it comes to like the lights, like I am just a sucker for stuff that's lit up. Like I love going to theme parks at night because they're lit up, like Disney World and Universal Studios. I love riding around. I'm old school. Like back in the day, we used to just get in the car, like put on pajamas or whatever, and go ride around, get some hot chocolate and go ride around in the car and look for Christmas lights. Like not go to some fancy place where you pay to go in, but like go ride around and look for Christmas lights. And to that end, I'm probably going to give you guys a couple of my favorite Christmas songs at the end because we used to ride around and listen to them. But Daddy's Home 2 just has a lot of fun for me and my family. And my daughter loves the part where they sing at the end. It's a lot of fun. Check it out. Check it out. Daddy's Home 2, nice 4K here. Now, if we were just going on probably the quality of a 4K restoration, this next one would be number 1. I just got this year, and it had probably been 25 years or more since I saw this movie. This 4K restoration is great. This movie is just crazy. I'm talking about Silent Night, Deadly Night. This is fun. Definitely has a little bit of Halloween vibes to me, like with the story. This 4K is well done. The restoration here, they didn't put in some of those other scenes that people were wanting. They did put those in on the Blu-ray because they're such low quality that it would downgrade, that it would look way worse in 4K, like way worse. But you have them here. It's a big 3-disc set. And again, you have, if you're a Christmas horror fan, which I like Christmas horror movies a lot, but if you're a Christmas horror movie fan, this has got to be towards the top of your list right here. I thought it was really, great. The 4K is well done. There's some nostalgic feel moments, like because he works in a store, like a toy store, and you see all these great, like, 80s like toys and stuff back there in games. You just catch glimpse of them in the background, and super cool. And of course, the killer is in a Santa outfit, and he's in the snow, and it's night, and it's dark, and there's lights and all that stuff. So it lends itself to a 4K, great restoration. Nothing beats stuff shot on film. And that comes from a filmmaker who got to shoot on digital. Nothing beats film, man. Nothing beats film. That look of it is just, mwah. And this is going to be a frequent watch for us around here, especially me and my son. So Silent Night, Deadly Night, favorite Christmas 4Ks. Gotta check it out. Now, next up on the list is one that just came out this year, but it's a classic. It is absolutely a classic. It's not higher because it's short and it's not a movie, but I am talking about How the Grinch Stole Christmas. This thing looks great. I haven't really heard anybody talk about this, but it looks absolutely great in 4K. Again, you got all those colors, all that stuff, but this would have had to be done in a much different 4K process than like Frozen or something like that, because this was back in the day of old school animation. So this took a restoration process. The way it came out, and honestly, on here they added some extra stuff in the special features that I didn't know was in here. It says it also added the Grinch. Grinch is the Cat in the Hat, and Halloween is Grinch Night. Two other specials that I didn't ever remember seeing before, but those were added in here as well. There's also a special feature making animation and bringing it to life, and audio commentary with animator Phil Roman and June Foray, the voice of Cindy Lou Who. Dr. Seuss and the Grinch from the Whoville to Hollywood, a rhyming chronicle of the original book and this beloved animation adaptation. Songs in the key of Grinch, which is Grinch song selections and a Grinch pencil test. And TNT's Dr. Seuss, How the Grinch Stole Christmas special edition featurette with the late Phil Hartman. So there's some extras packed into here, but man, it looks so good. And this is just one, you got to have this, right? You got to have How the Grinch Stole Christmas. This, narrated by Boris Karloff. So you got, Frankenstein narrating it. This a must own. I was glad to pick this up. It's sold out. It's back in stock now, but like when it first came out, it sold out quickly. So getting it with the slip, of course, is something that you got to do. It's just a single disc, but it doesn't need a ton of room to put the programs and the extras on there. So first time ever in 4K this year. Absolutely loved it. Christmas classic. Has to be on the list. The next one up on the list is one that has become a favorite. Rocketed. I've talked about this a lot. I absolutely love this. I understand now it's getting a sequel confirmed. I am beyond pumped for this. So is my son. I think we saw this in the theater 3 times. Love this 4K. Talking about Violent Night. Die Hard with Santa Claus. It's Christmas Eve today when I'm recording this, Christmas Eve morning. I will be watching this at some point today. At some point today, this will be on the TV, and I will be watching it. Love it. That's exactly what it is. It's Die Hard with Santa Claus, with some Home Alone sprinkled in, with some Christmas Vacation sprinkled in, with the dysfunctional, crazy family. There's a reason Beverly D'Angelo was cast as the lead, because they're trying to make that tie-in. They bring up Die Hard in the movie. I love it. It's fun. It's a Christmas action movie, which is what Die Hard is. It's a Christmas action movie. So it's not a Christmas forward movie. I think that maybe is where we're all getting on what is and what isn't a Christmas movie. There's traditional Christmas forward movies like The Santa Claus or, It's a Wonderful Life isn't even really that Christmas forward, but like Scrooged, where it pushes it Christmas forward on you, or Elf, where it's very Christmas forward. This is, and then there are other movies that are Christmas movies, but they're not just about Christmas. Like other things happen. Like this is a Christmas action movie, although this is very much about Christmas. All takes place Christmas Eve. It's Santa Claus, so it's very much about Christmas. But it's not just like constant hot chocolate, cocoa, and candy canes. But to me, Christmas and Christmas season is not a Hallmark, Christmas forward movie or the Santa Claus, like, because I don't live at the North Pole. I have other things that happen around Christmas time, other things that I do, and I don't just stop liking other things because it's Christmas time. So I love the very Christmas forward, Christmas drenched movies, and I love the Christmas horror movies that bring in other vibes plus Christmas, and I love like Christmas action movies and Christmas comedies that bring in stuff. So Violent Night, absolutely love it. David Harbour, I love the mythology they put of Santa Claus, although it's not really accurate because it started with St. Nicholas in of Turkey, I believe. So, but I love, because I'm of Scandinavian and English descent, so you got the Viking thing in there. I just love it, man. I love this movie. You see me smiling. I can't wait to watch it again today. The 4K looks great on this. It should. It's a new shot movie, and I believe it was shot digitally, so there's never an excuse, in my opinion, for a digital 4K or above film to look bad on 4K. So Violent Night has to be on the list. Next up on the list is another Christmas dark comedy / horror film, one of the classics of all time. And people will argue with me that this isn't a Christmas movie. They'll argue with me that it's not a horror movie. You don't get more Christmas forward in terms of scenery and everything that's happening and the vibes than you do with Gremlins. I absolutely love it. This is a great 4K. I mean, the thing looks so damn pristine. But you have all of the snuggly, cozy, small town, snowy Christmas vibes. It looks like somebody vomited Christmas decorations everywhere. I mean, they're just absolutely everywhere. People are dressed bundled up. There's snow everywhere. There's Christmas lights, Christmas trees, Christmas music. It's everywhere. But then you have these little monsters, right, that are on there. So that brings in the horror element, because these are monsters that are killing people, and they are getting killed in gruesome ways. It's not like a person killing. It's not like, an action movie that's is different when, like action back and forth, fighting with guns and fighting and all that kind of stuff. When you bring in monsters that are doing the killing and being killed, then to me, that just immediately screams horror. There's dark comedy. There's some darkness to it. I've said before, with like Phoebe Cates and the story of her dad as Santa Claus, breaking his neck in their chimney, just grinds the movie into a halt. I actually never liked that scene because I feel like it grinds the movie to a halt, and it's out of place and unnecessarily like drab and dark. But otherwise, I love this movie. Gizmo is actually is given as a Christmas gift, so that kind of starts it all. Love it. It is a classic. Joe Dante, but it feels there's a lot of ways it feels like a Spielberg movie, and like it Spielberg, Robert Zemeckis, all that. Like I could see that whole team, like all together, having been the directors of this too. Any of them, I feel like, could have directed this movie, but it does have a little bit of Joe Dante flair, and I love it. I mean, I know it's a Spielberg, like production, so you feel that, right? So if you haven't seen it, this is a cool slip. This was VHS slips. I told my guy over at Blockbuster Box Sets he should do a Gremlins like with this cover. I friggin' love this cover. I'm always worried about steelbooks because despite their name, they're so damn fragile. So I love it. Gremlins 4K looks great. You gotta have it. It's gotta be on your list of best Christmas 4Ks. Now the next one, I've referenced it. Everybody get ready. I did a whole video explaining why Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Now, why we don't have all of these on 4K, I don't know. This 4K looks good. You can stream this in 4K on Amazon Prime, and I'm going to tell you, I wish I had time to do a side-by-side comparison of the 4K disc versus the 4K stream from Amazon. And maybe I can do it after Christmas. I just like super busy. My son has an all-star football tournament that starts the day after Christmas, all that kind of stuff. So I would like to do it because, brother, they're not even close to the same to me, in my opinion. Like looking at them, you get like this, and I have super fast like streaming, like super fast internet here. I am blessed. I can be uploading a 2 gigabyte file. There can be 3 people streaming 4K, surfing the internet, all that kind of stuff. And it never bogs down, not even a little. So it's not streaming problem. It's not a 4K. It's not an internet problem. You get little ghosting, artifacting. It is not the same as the 4K on disc. So anybody, maybe I can get that one done. But I love this movie. It is quintessential Christmas action, horror. I mean, action, not horror. You can't. I've seen, sometimes people qualify this as horror. I'm not calling anybody out. I actually just saw Letterboxd posted this in a little, like nobody would notice, in a group of Christmas horror films, and they got ripped to pieces in the comments on it. But this is a great Christmas action film. It takes place at Christmas. My man, Movie Mass, he was saying it wasn't Christmas, but I feel like watching his video, he inadvertently argued that it was, because the one thing he said is it could take place at any time, any holiday, and well, if that's the case, so could Home Alone. They could have been going on summer vacation. They could have been going on Thanksgiving vacation. Any of that. They could have been going out of town for the 4th of July and left Kevin at home. And this, as I pointed out, has way more, when you talk about stuff that the characters interact with in the movie, way more Christmas decorations, way more Christmas music that they actually hear and listen to, and there's a difference between that and what the audience only hears. Like at the beginning of Lethal Weapon, that's an audience only hearing that. Same thing at the end. That's not the case here. Like we hear the Christmas music, and they're talking about the Christmas music, so they hear it. So there's a lot of stuff that they interact with Christmas that's based on Christmas. Lots of Christmas references. It's Christmas, Theo. It's the time of miracles. Like, there is a lot in here that is Christmas. I don't care. I enjoy it. This is the time of year to watch it. Whether you think it's Christmas, a Christmas movie or not, it has so many Christmas vibes and Christmas as the background. Like, I will watch it other times a year, but really I save it for like November, December, maybe beginning of January, because that's just when it's set. So like I'm going to watch Summer Rental most of the time around the summertime. That's the way it is. But I love Die Hard. Nice 4K here. We need them all, because Die Hard 2 is also Christmas, and it should be on 4K. But absolutely love it. Yippee-ki-yay. Die Hard comes in on the list. Next up on the list is one of my favorite all-time movies as well. It is a Christmas classic, although really, it starts on Christmas, then flashbacks and comes all the way back around to Christmas. But it is a classic. Frank Capra, Jimmy Stewart, one of my favorite actors of all time. It's a Wonderful Life. I mean, I'm a huge fan. I have an autographed poster of the actress that played Zuzu in here, where she gets her petals and the whole Christmas scene, in my living room. Absolutely fantastic. Incredible movie. Great on 4K. Black and white looks good with HDR. It just does. And if you haven't seen this movie, they're supposed to be in heaven at the beginning. Like, a lot of people are like, this looks funny at the beginning. Even my man Brian over at Last Movie Standing was like, it was hard for me at the beginning because the way it looks in heaven. But like, I don't know how else they would have pulled it off, and they're just setting up the flashbacks. But it does kind of look like lights with a black like cloth over them. I don't care. It's the meaning of this movie. It is the meaning and the heart of this movie that means so much, and it is undeniable Christmas classic, beautiful 4K. Love it so much. It's a Wonderful Life, and it truly is. And no man is a failure who has friends and faith and has a purpose. And I love sharing. Part of my purpose here is I was blessed to love movies, make movies, be able to create them, all that kind of stuff. And I'm glad to share it with you and, make friends and connect with people in this outlet. It is amazing. It's a Wonderful Life. Great, great 4K. I do wish I had the slipcover. Y'all know it's killing me to not have the slipcover of this. And the next one, the last one on my list, one of my favorite movies of all time. Of all time. So it's Wonderful Life. These two fight back and forth. But I've told a lot of stories about this. Christmas Vacation. You knew it was coming. Love this 4K. This movie means so much to me. Always has. I have a whole Christmas Vacation tree over there. My mom has given me Christmas Vacation Hallmark ornaments every year for 20 years or so. I got my shirt on. I got the whole Moose Punch Bowl set in there. Like everybody, like I identify with Clark so much. I just want everybody to be happy, have a great time, make the best memories possible, understand the importance of everything as it's happening, because you don't get the time back. I just look at it and like the kids in the movies. He wants so bad for them to have the greatest of memories, and they're just like, who cares? It's just Christmas. It'll be over with. There'll be another one and everything else. And you don't realize until you start to get older and you're grown. Each one of those moments was gold. It was gold. And you wish you could go back and experience them again. That's part of the power of movies, is nostalgia, to take us back, to transport us in our hearts and our minds and our imagination back to another time. And that's the power of movies. That's the power of nostalgia. And to see Clark, he's trying to tell them that. And that's what he wants for them, to create those things. And that's so badly what I want for my family too. I want them to look back and be like, Dad Dad was cool. It was the greatest Christmas ever. Christmases were amazing. Vacations were amazing. I had the greatest memories that I ever could have, because when I'm gone, when you're gone, the memories that we create, that's what lasts beyond us. That's how you become truly immortal, is by what you leave behind. And that's the connection I feel with Clark. He just does it in a goofy, funny ass way, and I love that too. The delivery is great. The 4K here is great. Of course, you have tons of snow, Christmas lights, Christmas trees, all those vibes. You got the 80s mall vibes in there. I love and I miss. I miss the days when the malls were like that. Although, like, the malls around here are starting to get back to that. The Mall of Georgia, the biggest mall east of the Mississippi, I believe. Beautiful mall. It's pretty. It's like that, man. Kids are hanging out there again, going. So hopefully, everything that's old is new again. We'll get back to it. Physical media isn't going anywhere. Love it all. Amazing 4K. Favorite Christmas movie. Just watched it before this. It will play again multiple times today, as I go to sleep tonight on Christmas Eve, and I share it with you. I love it. Killing me that these are my two favorites and two of my favorite movies of all time, and I don't have the slip covers. That's absolutely killing me. But Christmas Vacation comes in at number one, and I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have an amazing Christmas. I hope to have another video out for you guys tomorrow with my subscribers that have sent me some amazing Christmas gifts. I want to open those and share them with you, and I hope you have an amazing Christmas, a great time with your family. Enjoy it, make those memories, create that nostalgia that lives so far beyond us and this season. And don't forget, the reason for the season. Love, and happiness, and the faith that comes with those blessings of Jesus, that the gift of love that was given to us so long ago. Share it. Leave the arguing and bickering for another day, and enjoy this time. Enjoy it with awesome movies, and hey, if they're 4K, that makes it even better. I love me some good 4Ks, and wishing all you physical media fans out there, movie fans, great big bushels of new movies under your tree, and happiness, and a great day with each other. Have a great Christmas Eve, and I will see you real soon. Until next time, be kind, rewind like always. God bless. Merry Christmas. I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye. I know.